What's up, everybody? It's Brian from HASHWAREHUB, and it is December 21st, and we are, what are we doing? It's about 10:40 at night Eastern Time, and we are getting to you with a little Bitcoin trading overview. What's going on? What are we looking at? Right now, we're looking at the Bitcoin 60-minute chart on Bitfinex. But first we get over this, before we go over this, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get all of our information directly emailed to you as far as when we come out with videos, because we have a lot of timely videos, especially trading videos, that we plan on pushing out on a more regular basis. This is part of the rollout that we have regarding trading, amongst other things. So yeah, let's get right into it here. What's going on? So if you're familiar with our videos, we don't normally look at TradingView, although we do use it in our repertoire, but I hate to go back and forth between one application and another. On the video, it just gets confusing. But what I'd like to show here is the actual hourly chart. I think it's necessary to show here. Even though we use daily charts all the time, does not mean that we don't look at a shorter time period. Actually, we look at a shorter time period all the time in order to get a kind of like a microscopic view of exactly what's going on in the market. And I guess what you would consider like more of a nano scale. So what are we looking at here? You know, these are some things we had drawn earlier in time, these triangles here, and we're going to draw something again here that we had seen coming for some time, but didn't actually think that it was actually going to show its head, and pun intended there, not intended. So what we're looking at here is kind of a head and shoulders pattern: shoulder, head, shoulder. And it's not a bullish signal. It's actually quite a bearish signal for the market. So, but what does that mean? Okay, so let's take a look at the neckline here. The neckline is approximately right around here. Okay, and the way you use this is you take the highest point down to the neckline, which is about here. Okay, now you take this line again, and you take the same length line and you put it here. Why did this move? There it is. Okay. So this gives you an indication, an excellent indication of where is this going to stop? Where is this sell-off going to stop? You know, right now it looks like the market is kind of in midair, right? As fast as, it's funny thing to note here. Not really so funny, but interesting note to note here is that as quickly as these markets have run up, these cryptocurrency markets have gone up, and man, they have like fallen up. Okay, that's how quick they've moved up. As quickly as they've moved up, you can see how sharp they move down. Okay, look at this run up here. Boom. Okay, some sell-offs in some markets are not as sharp as this. But look at this sell-off here. Wow. Huge. Nearly straight down. Okay. And this is an hourly chart. We don't normally see that. Okay. So I actually like what I'm seeing. I'm actually happy that this is happening. The reason being is because I feel like every Tom, Dick, and Harry has gotten in this market recently. Some people utilize the shoe shine. Easy for me to say, shoe shine scenario where they say, okay, I'm going to ask my shoe shine guy this question. And when my shoe shine guy knows about whatever it is, X, then I know that everyone's in it now. No offense to shoe shine guys. I like my shoe shine guy. So really, this is what we're looking at right here. Now, where does this price end up? Now, this is on the Bitfinex. Okay, so this is about 12,000, call it $250, right? Let's call it 12,300 for argumentative sake. That's where we think this is going to stop. Okay? Doesn't mean it's going to stop on the button. It's going to stop there and reverse up. No, that's not going to happen. What we think is what we're going to see is we're going to see some consolidation right around that level. Now, is there any other support around there? Let's take a look. No, we don't really see very much. Okay? Because we haven't really been here before. Okay, this is all new. This is all new, this top right here. This is all new. But what we do see is this was kind of, you can really kind of, it is a bit of a stretch here, don't get me wrong, but this is kind of a level, okay, that I think we should have gone before in the past. So if you're familiar with our videos, I had drawn this downward triangle, okay, which is a bullish signal, and the market popped right out of it. I think too soon. There was too much bullish sentiment in the market at that time. This is when really when every, and I'm going to just call it TDH, Tom, Dick, and Harry for short, was getting into the market. This is really where it happened. Okay, it shot up and there was a sell-off and everybody was like, oh, I'm going to be the smart money. I'm going to be the smart money and I'm going to buy in the dip. Yeah, okay, fine. Everybody was buying on the dip. Okay, everybody. So what happened was they didn't allow this to kind of go through its course. I think it exited early, and I said that in this video where I drew this triangle. I feel like this exited early. So, funny enough, the bottom of this line here ends up towards the bottom of this triangle, where I would have liked to have seen the market got to and then spring from there. That would have been a healthier thing to see. So, is it coincidental? I don't know. Is it informative? I think so. I know so. That's how we trade. That's how I've always been trading. Now, don't feel bad if you lost money. Hey, I lost money too because I held through a lot of this. But I sold a lot at the top. Yeah, I sold much of my position at the top. So that's why I have this big smile on my face where I'm all calm, cool, and collected. And I'm gonna sleep really, really well tonight, okay? Because I measured my risks. I know my risk tolerance. I knew that as the tops were coming, each top, I started selling some. Remember that blue line? The market was so far away from the blue line. If you're familiar with our videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. We're gonna get to that in just a second here, okay? So really, this is what's going on with TradingView. Keep it in your mind here for a second because we're going to pull up our other charts. All right, we're back. So this, if you're familiar with our videos, you know this chart. You know this chart inside and out. Yesterday, we made a video that included this sine wave indicator that's down here at the bottom. We also included the RSI for people that are interested in that. I don't think we're going to be looking at the RSI at any point going forward anymore. It's not something we use, not something we really ever use, so I don't really want to put it up there anymore. So, got that off my back. Next, what we were saying here, okay? This is today's candle. This is the last day. Now, this information comes from CoinMarketCap. Okay, so the data levels, now those price levels, are going to be slightly off, but relatively, it's the same thing. It's the same chart. I think CoinMarketCap.com uses a average of the top indexes. So where before we were just looking at Bitfinex on its own. So, but it's the same thing. It's just the same exact process. It's the same exact chart. It's just the prices are slightly different. But relatively, we're in the same exact spot. So we've been saying all throughout, and go back in the videos if you want to call me, whatever you want to call me, go back in the videos, and we've been saying as the prices have been up here in these levels right here, and especially right here, sell some of your position. Start de-risking. Start it. Do it. Okay? Especially right when we came here. Okay? When we came here, and a few days later, we started noticing that the trend indicator was going down. It was no longer on the same trajectory. It was no longer correlating with the trajectory of the actual market. Okay? It was diverging from it. And that's a first sign that things are going wrong. Okay, and especially when we got to like here. Okay, then we kind of knew that this divergence was really happening. Okay, we kept saying to everybody, sell some, sell some, sell some. The blue line indicates three things. It indicates an indication of price reversal. It indicates a place of low risk entry point. Okay, it also indicates a place to go ahead and put your stop losses. So we had some stop losses that were down here. Okay, so we're out of almost all of our position. Okay, because we've been selling here, we've been selling here, we've been selling here. Okay, so if our effective price is actually right here. It's right, it's right about here. Okay, that's our effective price. Now the market is here. Okay, we're looking at about $1,000 difference from our effective price of where we got out of the market versus where the market is right now. So you saw how the market was plummeting. Those are people that are panicky. Those are people that did not plan. They did not understand the risk. They did not manage the position as the position is moving through time. Okay? Is one thing that you don't have in life, and especially in trading. You don't have time. Time continues to pass by regardless of what you do. So, do you want to be going ahead and chasing the price down as you're trying to sell? No. Why don't you sell as people are trying to buy? Right? You go ahead and you put a limit price at a price that you would be comfortable at selling. Okay? And then if the market runs up and that bid and that buyer lifts your offer to sell, then cool. You're off and running. Okay. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Next. What's going on next? Okay, so the trend rigger is still showing that it is super bullish. Now, I imagine that this is going to pop down. Okay? I imagine this is going to pop down anytime soon, especially if the market continues to fall. Now, next, the MACD had just crossed over, and that is today when it just crossed over. Okay? This sine wave, I'm going to go over real quick, but I would tell you to look at yesterday's video. Basically, the sine wave on an uptrend, on a generally uptrending market, the sine wave is used in order to get into low risk entries in the direction of the overall prevailing market. So here, where we're going to use it is that when the sine wave dips down, okay, when the sine wave dips down, we're going to go ahead and look to possibly get into a low risk position of Bitcoin. Okay, when everybody else doesn't want to buy, we're going to be buying. When everybody else is like licking their wounds from their Bitcoin losses because they, bought all along here, and they bought my Bitcoin that I was selling them. They, they're licking their wounds because they bought it so high. Now they have to sell it down. Now they have to sell it down here somewhere. Okay, so that's really all we're going to get into with regards to Bitcoin. We're going to do some other videos on other coins here, on other cryptocurrencies here in just a second. I knew I was going to spend a lot of time on Bitcoin in particular, and wanted to go over it in a little bit more detail than we do normally. So, like I say, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, especially since we're going to be trying to do some more timely videos regarding kind of re-entering Bitcoin and seeing when possibly a low risk entry may show its face. So, with that said, happy trading, and any questions, feel free to leave a comment or send us an email. Speak to you.